my lovelies, this is Cal from Cal's Craft. Welcome if you've not been before, and welcome back if you have been before. This is my Flosstube number 3, I think, yeah. So I'm going to show you some progress that I've done, two things I've made and one thing that I've got in. But this is my Bothy Threads poppy field. I'm absolutely loving it. I hold it there. Sorry about my lighting. I do apologise every time, but the best I can do with what I've got. So this is my fox in the poppy fields. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'm very, very slow at it. Very, very slow. As you know, I'm all new. But we're all doing in this together, aren't we? So this is how much... Oh, hang on, get right. That's how much I've done. So I have that bit there. Here is that bit there. So I've done all that there. Then into the cheek. If I put it side by side, you can sort of see. So it's that bit there is there. Then that bit there and that bit there is here. The colours don't match on there, but you don't very often they don't. So on colour matching, I found on different things. So I average about 150 stitches a day, and I've got an injury, so I'm even slower. I'm one of these people that look at the grid and then I relook and I relook and then I think, is it right? And then I count it and then I recount and then count it, because I haven't figured out how to do gridding yet. And this is, you know, my first biggish project. I mean, most of you'd say 26 by 26, that's not very big. But for me, as I said, I'm new to it. I've only been doing it a few weeks. It is big for me. So, and I have had to frog a few bits and pieces, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And my stitching isn't, as you know, isn't the neatest, but I got to work on that. My back, I think, is quite good. I'm quite pleased now. The back's quite tidy. Now I'm getting used to get started and what's it called, the loop method to start with, and then just threading it through to finish it off. And I'm loving this canvas, absolutely loving it. Beautiful. So what do you think? How do you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm doing all right? And I am doing cross country, as you can see. So I get a colour thread, I do what I want to do on that until I run out. And then if I still got a lot of the same colour, then I will carry on. So I'm doing this bit, I'm going to be filling in here at the moment with this colour. And then I might go down there, or I might carry on up there. I'm thinking I might go up and do the ears up here. And then do the poppies last, down the bottom. Does anybody have a specific way of doing it? I did start from the middle because they said because I was new, it would be easy to go from the middle of the pattern and work out. But how does everybody else do it? Let me know down below. Do you start in the middle like it says on the pattern, or do you start in a specific corner? I would say if you'd have to start in a specific corner though, would you have to grid it first, or have to count it out so you know that you're in the sort of right place? See, I've got to learn all this yet. So yeah, so this is a 14 count, was it? Yeah, 14 count, this one. And I like this size. I don't think I could go any smaller. The grid, the little holes any smaller, the little squares, because I think my eyesight, even with my glasses, I think I'd struggle. So I've got my little needle minder there, because Millie has nicked my oh, what's it called? My cat ones. So that's the bobbins that I'm using at the moment. I don't know what you call these things. They remind me of bobbins. I've got a pack of these that I got gifted by Rosie Posy Crafts. So I've got all these on here, right? And I thought I can't take them all off and put them on here, because there's like, they're cut into like that. How many threads is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 lots of threads with 6 individual threads on each one. So I don't know if you're supposed to leave it on here and do what I do. So when I pull one lot off, I pull my single thread out of them, and then put what remains on this card and put the little symbol. I mean, that's down to 2 threads now, but every time I want one, I just pull it off there. And these are the 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 6 colours that I've done. Like that one's got, how many's that one got? That one's got 2 as well left on it. This one's got more. What's that one? 3 or 4? That one's got 4 threads on it. So I don't know what the correct procedure is. I really don't know. But I thought I can't put any more on there. Well, I could, I suppose, but unwrapping it then to just to get the 1 thread, I have no idea. So if anybody knows what you should do or what's the best way of doing it, again, put a comment down below, because I am learning, and this is why I'm doing my Flosstube, so I could be the one that says, I don't know what to do. This is what I'm doing, you know. I'm putting my letters on there and doing that way. Use all that up and then get the next thread. So I've got them. So that's what I'm doing with that, with my threads, which I quite like. And they've got all the symbols, so I just transfer the symbols that's up there. So that one, the bottom row is the bottom row there, top row's there, so it's easy. So that's what I'm doing, and I keep it in the plastic folder. So, oh, I've got to quickly show you that. That's what Millie did. That's for her Japanese artwork. She worked out the pattern on some gridded paper and then transferred it onto there. Isn't it good? She's so clever, is Milmoo. She is so, but she wanted me to show you that. I was going to show you what cross stitching she's done, but it's upstairs somewhere, and I'm not trawling in a bedroom. And this, can you remember on my floss, I think it was my first Flosstube, I showed you I had a magazine that said you could make a needle minder. Not needle minder, needle holder. And there's two layers there, so you could put as many as you want. I just poked it through. Well, what a time I had. So I don't know if people remember, the pattern was all over here, loads of it, and yeah. Could I do it? Nope. Because they gave you the how to do the C, but the one that was on the pattern was an S, I think, and then you had to transfer your pattern onto it. Well, I'm not experienced. I have no idea how to do that, and I got so confused. I just couldn't follow the pattern. I couldn't work out where this started and where it ended, so I made me own up. Yeah, I went off plan, and this is the one I came up with. I've got the little cross there, and then some crosses there. That's like the church cross, and then just normal crosses, and some little ones down there, up there. Did a bit of a thing there, and then I can't sew. I'm the first to admit I am not a sewer, and it doesn't tell you. It said to sew it, put it inside out. So I've sort of done the best I can. I've got the ribbon inside, look. But as you can see all my stitching. Maybe I should have found some cotton that matched it. And then I went round all the edge to seal this on, because it didn't tell you how to seal it down. So I just went round the edge with that. And then this one, it didn't tell you how to put it on. So I just stitched it in. Now let me show you. So I cut this one down, and then I just literally stitched it down the middle. Just cooked it on. Just did a running stitch down there. So it's not the best, but it'll do. So in theory, you can put them on there, there and there, but I've just, I just wang them in here. So I found a couple of needles, so I just put them in here. But I said, for what I need, it doesn't have to be, you know, professional looking. Well, it's never going to be professional looking, because I ain't a professional. I can't sew. I can do a basic stitch, not neatly, but I can. So, and you'll understand what I mean when I show you my other project. So that's my little needle minder, needle holder, whatever you want to call it. But it's nice though, isn't it? It's dinky, and it does, and it goes in the thing. Oh, would you like my little plastic box? That's what the Christmas tree likes. Amen. And now it's my little box and I love it. Right. I've been watching loads and loads of videos on Flosstube just to help me how to do my stitches and stitching on, stitching off, and am I doing it correctly, and you know, seeing how they stitch and whatever. And I noticed there was a piece of material round the edge here. Thicko here didn't have a bloody clue what it was for. I thought, but it looks nice. I thought, it's got to be a reason. Got to be a reason why all these people have got them around their circles and their square clip frame things that they have. So I thought, does it help you hold on to this? Is it, I don't know, to grip better? Is it to protect it? Is it? Didn't know. So I thought, right, gonna look it up. Thicko's gonna look it up. So I looked it up and it turns out to be a grime guard. So it's protecting when you hold here, and you can tuck. You'll see why this looks all scrunched up like that in a minute. Because it was like that when I'd been working on it before I did this, and then I was just holding it in. So Muggins here, I went to our local wool shop and I bought some cheap material, just some bits of cheap material, and I thought I'm going to have a go at making a grime guard. So I got myself some of that, and I also got myself, where is it? Oh, I did have, but I don't know what I've done with it. Some elastic, some 1/4 inch elastic. It's not in the middle of there, is it? Oh, I better not lose that because Millie wants one. Does anybody else put things away safely and then have no idea where they put it? Oh, it'll turn up. It will turn up. It's not in that box, is it? No. Well, anyway, I bought some elastic, 1/4 inch wide elastic, some material, and I thought, right, let's have a go at making our own. No idea how to do it, and Thicko here doesn't think of looking on YouTube to find out whether there's a video on how to make it. So this is what I came up with. But the only problem is, I'll show you now. What I did is I went round the loop quickly, worked out some measurements, and then went from there. And then I'll show you now. So I've made it, I thought, trying to do this in the shot of the camera is nearly impossible. Tuck that down behind. Right, that's how it's supposed to go on. Okay, but as you can see, I've obviously made it too wide because it's all right. I mean, I can work on it lovely. And then you tuck in your bits, you roll your bits in there out the way so you don't stitch it onto it. So I got my measurements a little bit wrong. I sort of guessed at the width, but when I did my turnover, I forgot to do it, like turn it over then turn it over again, so you didn't have like the frayed edges. I have used no sewing machine at all because I can't use my, I have got one, but I have no idea how to use it properly. So I stitched all this by hand. So now you can see how, like a back stitch sort of thing I did, just to hold it. I did it all the way around. So, I mean, it's not the neatest, but what do you think? I've made myself a grime guard. So I'm gonna make Millie one, but now I've sort of learned a few lessons. I'm going to make it narrower and narrower again because those hoops will be smaller. I need to make another one for this one to make it a bit narrower, I think, so I can work. But it'd be all right if I was doing like a bit in the middle, then this bit's not, you know, but if I was working up the top or bottom or whatever, might be a bit more difficult. So I'm going to make it a bit narrower, and remember to turn it over so you've got a hem, proper hem. But I said I'm not a sewer, so I've got this piece, some material left. It was only cheap. I went into the wool shop and said, can I have some? So I've got that long piece there, I've got a little piece there, I don't know what I'm going to do, and then I've got all this. It was £7.50 I think for a metre, and it was reduced to £3.50. So I'm thinking, do I try and make a bag, like a bag, the project bag, to put it all in, so I could put all these stuff in the bag. So if you want me to show you how I made this from simpleton, making it, just getting a tape measure, cotton, needle, and a bit of material and elastic, and I've come up with that. So as I say, it's a little bit wide, but it'll do the job, won't it? And I've worked with it, and it works really well, because if you're worried about that, you can just hook your fingers wherever you're working, just pull it back and work on it if you want to. But I've just leveled it off wherever I'm working, and I've been working over here and I haven't had any trouble. And then this bit, you're supposed to roll it up neatly, you know, like that, and then you tuck it in. So if you just roll it and tuck it in out the way, and then all that's out the way. So what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. But yeah, cheap and cheerful, does the job. So that was that. And then this has come this morning. My husband has got us these. Got us this, I should say. He said to me and Millie, he likes my Bothy thread ones. And I said, there's loads on there that I like. And I was showing him all through these pictures. And he said, oh, I found one I like. And you know how Jessie likes Piox? So does my husband. So he said he was going to get us this one. So if I finish first or Millie finishes first, whoever finishes first can have this one. Cotton Club Crafts, thank you so much for your order. Collect all 460 shades of anchor stranded cotton for only 8. No, we won't be doing that. We ain't that advanced yet. We love seeing pictures of our customers' work in progress and completed projects. Tag us in a picture of your project by using the following hashtag on social media, Cotton Club Crafts. I got this on eBay, this one, and it was £18.90. Well, my husband got it, and it's this one. Hang on, let's get showing the light off it. It's a Pioch. How good is that Pioch? So Millie will get to do it first, I think, because I'm just not going to be quick enough. And she's flying through hers already. So isn't he lovely? So I think I'm going to make this into a cushion. So I've got 2 needles. Let's get it out and have a look. Oh. Right, so we've got good old penguin. We've got, I'll take the chart away. It is in that size, if I give you a corner, so it's in a big chart. That is a big chart. And it does one, you get 2 sheets without the back, with the chart on, with the back stitches on, do you? Yeah, and then two sheets with just the stitches on. So once you've stitched it, then you can do the back stitching. That's just telling you what they've got. So practically perfect. This kit contains the 14 count aider with a printed speckle background, pre-sorted stranded cotton needle, stitch diagram and instructions. Its finished size will be 26 centimetres by 26 centimetres. This kit uses 4 cross stitches, a few fractionals and a back stitch. Well, I've not done fractionals, so I'm presuming, are they half ones fractionals? I don't know. So then you get the instructions to the kit, all your symbols. Right, and this one's here, symbol for cross stitch using one strand but not folded. Oh, and this one is symbol for back stitching using just the one stitch. So does it tell you what a fraction is? That tells you how to do a back stitch. Cross stitch can be worked in 2 ways, stitch by stitch, as in item B. Oh, that's like in item A, or B, row by row. So you can either do one stitch or then do that stitch. Okay. C, when the stitch diagram shows a smaller version of the symbol in the corner of a square, a fractional stitch is required. First lay down a diagonal stitch as usual, then work a quarter stitch over the first stitch, piercing the centre of the Ada block. This is now technically a 3/4 stitch, where 2 colours are used in the same square. You can either repeat the whole process with the second colour, or use a 3/4 stitch for the more prominent colour and just work on extra quarter stitch in the second colour. This is gonna be a learning curve. Maybe Millie will do this one then. give it to her. Get her to suss it. So it's got all your instructions and it's really, really good. I like this one because it tells you how to fold it over and everything. So you've got full instructions with it. You got your beautiful Ada again with the speckle. It's a nice size. You've got your two needles. I don't know why they give you 2, but hey ho, who's to complain? And look at these colours. Look at these colours. Are they not beautiful? Or not? Them blues are absolutely going to be gorgeous. The only thing they don't do is they don't give you the DMC numbers. So whether you kept the floss or not after you've done these projects, I don't know. I think I will keep them and maybe do some of my own projects. So there's a few little things that I want to make. So I could use this floss for that. So the home of happy stitching. Yeah, so that's a happy peacock look. So as I said, I don't know whether it would be Millie or me that'll be doing it, but we'll wait and see. So that's my Flosstube 3. That's all I've been up to lately. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, give it one of those or one of those, whichever takes your fancy. Take care though, look after yourselves. If you fancy leaving a comment, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything at all. Just got to press the button, and then by the side there's a little notification button that'll tell you when I put a new YouTube video up or when I go live. But yeah, so I'll just say thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by. I love you all dearly, and take care.